Everybody, what's up, and welcome back to the garden. Welcome back to the vegetable garden and the cut flower garden. I'm going to take a quick look around and see how things are really doing. It is the end of March, and seriously, things are bursting into life. I am so excited. I have waited for this so long. There aren't any leaves or anything on the trees yet, but the temperatures have started to warm up a little bit, and you can definitely tell when you take a look and see what's growing. First, we'll start off with what's going on outside of the Unheated hoop house. The daffodils are still in full bloom, and a lot of the bulbs are starting to bloom. Still no sign of the tulips blooming yet, but they are, well, that's technically a lie. There's signs of them going to bloom soon, but they are not blooming yet, is I guess what I'm trying to say. They are starting to bud up. The leaves are starting to get quite a bit bigger. Starting to see some flower buds in there, but none of them have opened yet, so we're just going to keep on waiting patiently on the tulips. In addition to the tulips, our hyacinths are in full bloom. They're looking really nice and just kind of putting out that really strong, sickly, sweet smell that hyacinths are known for. They're so strong. I kind of like it when it's outside, though. It's not too bad or overbearing as they can be when you grow them indoors. Also, this month or in the last week or so, I have tilled up a flower bed. What I've done for this flower bed is I have transplanted my onions. There should be a video about that. And my leeks. I have also transplanted all of my lettuce, which I'm really pumped up about. There's some brassicas in there too. Really kind of just a hodgepodge of different vegetables that I've mixed in. I've also planted the annual phlox in here for cut flowers. Over on the other side of the yard, my lisianthus plugs came in the mail, and I've tilled up a patch for the lisianthus. I have two types of lisianthus. They're both from the Voyage series. I have the pink and the light apricot. These plants are pretty small, but I went ahead and transplanted them into the yard anyway. I'm going to have to make absolutely certain that I keep this bed free of weeds as much as possible. You guys know I'm not the best at that, but that's going to be the #1 mission of the garden this year, is keeping this bed of flowers as weed free as possible. Looking around otherwise, I also am going to be planting some foxgloves in a flower bed soon. I haven't done that yet, so I won't even bother showing you guys, but it's going to be done soon. The larkspur seedlings are still looking pretty nice. In case you were wondering, we're still about a month off from our last frost date here in zone 6B7. So we've still got frost and stuff to worry about. Taking a look into the hoop house, things seem to be doing really well in the hoop house. The anemones are still blooming. I trimmed those back a little bit, and they've quickly become out of control again. I need to deadhead those once again. Also blooming, the Johnny Jump Ups and the pansies have started to bloom. This is just an open pollinated Johnny Jump Up mix, and the pansies, I think the variety was called Singing the Blues. Very dark blue colors with the pansies. The English daisies have also started to bloom. I started the English daisies, you'll remember, from seed back in the fall, and they are technically a perennial to zone 4, I think, but they have started to bloom in these cooler temperatures, and they are so cute. This is the habanero mix. I think I got this from Swallowtail Garden. I really like the pop of color that they give. A lot of the flowers are starting to stretch and elongate. The scabiosa, the agrostem, and the bachelor's buttons, all of those are really, the stems are starting to stretch out and get taller. They should be blooming, probably sometime over the next month, if I'm just taking a guess. The poppies are doing well. Also, the feverfew are still just bright and green and bushy. I can't say enough good things. Things like the Canterbury bells are green and bushy. The snapdragons have gotten a little bigger, as well as the scented stalks. However, you'll notice that there are a lot of weeds in here. It's just, I'm not the type of person who's good at maintaining a weeding schedule. Just weeding the garden goes to the back of my to-do list. I'm not even going to sit here and lie about it. But it's not so weedy that I think this will impede too much with their growth. They're getting taller. So far, this is the biggest I've ever had scented stalk or snapdragon plants, which, with my past record, it really isn't saying that much, but it is what it is. Also in the hoop house, The Icelandic poppies are blooming finally. Well, one of them has bloomed. I've got my very first Icelandic poppy bloom, and so far that's the only thing to bloom, but I am not complaining. I'm so excited. I feel so accomplished right now. I can't even begin to tell you. Also, the ranunculus have started to bloom. A couple of the first ranunculus flowers have started to open up. For ranunculus this year, I think I only planted white and pink. So far, only the white ones have showed themselves. So it'll be interesting to see how those do. Because I remember, you know, last fall I had 2 trays. One tray did great. One tray did terrible. So if all of these end up being white, I'm starting to think that maybe I just had a bad batch of pink ranunculus corms last season. We'll have to wait and see how that goes and see how it does. That's really about it for this quick little update. I just wanted to show you guys what was going on. I'll probably leave you with some more pictures of the garden to end this video, stretch it out to about 10 minutes. I know I hate stretching out the videos. I know you guys don't like it, but you know, we got to get that watch time so that YouTube will even notice our channel, I guess. I'm just trying to do my best, y'all. If you're new to the channel and you like this one, be sure to subscribe. I'd absolutely love to have you. I'm making new videos about gardening, and sometimes I do random DIY projects. It really just depends. So if you like a surprise, you might like this channel too. Hit that little bell icon. What that little bell icon will do is it'll tell you whenever I upload a new video. Be sure to share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Leave any questions or comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. I usually get around to answering comments about once a week. It just depends on how busy I am and how many there are, but I do try to answer those as frequently as possible. I love hearing from you guys. I always learn so much from you guys. I hope y'all are having such an amazing day. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.